If you live here on planet Earth, you've seen how out of control tipping has gotten. And people are finally saying no. I mean, we're being asked to tip at places that we never used to tip before. And I just did a video about how people aren't eating out anymore. Pause. And even if you walk in and pick up your own food and leave, before you leave, they're gonna flip that little screen at you. I mean, it's no wonder people are so pissed off about it.
I don't believe in tipping, and here's why. The other day I went to Shake Shack, placed my order on an iPad. I got absolutely no service, yet on the iPad, I got asked if I wanted to tip. And they had the audacity to start at 15, 18, or 20%. Or how about this one? I went to a bar, I bought a drink, and in my receipt has a tipping option at the bottom. But they sneakily put in a service charge right above the tipping option. So whether I want to or not, I have to tip either way. Why are they asking me to tip twice? And then there's Starbucks. So I ordered my drink, which is already like $5, and then they have the audacity to ask me to tip as well. As someone who's worked in the hospitality industry for over 5 years, I strongly believe that tipping is correlated with the service that you offer. If you're already getting paid and it's your job to take an order and hand over a coffee, why do you have to ask for a tip? I'm not against tipping in general. I appreciate when somebody goes out of their way to ask me how my meal was, and I reward that with a tip to thank them. But when I get asked for money and I get nothing in return, is that really on me?
Is anybody else tired of the you're cheap and you shouldn't go out excuse and whatever they tell you when you start saying or complaining about tipping culture? We're not cheap. We're just smart, and we're tired of the tipping culture. You pushed it too far. It used to be tipping was only done at restaurants, and servers used to make only $2.13, even though that's not true, but let's just say it is. Now you want tips everywhere. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. We're done.
Hot take, and y'all tell me what you think of it. I'm tired of tipping. Tipping culture in America is crazy anyway. And let me preface this by saying I made my living in the service industry for a long time. Waitressing, bartending, I managed restaurants. Like, I know all about the service industry. And when I go to a restaurant or a bar, I tip good. But when I go into, I'm not going to show the name, a yogurt place where I go in there, I pull the container off, I serve myself, the person just hits a couple buttons on the cash register, I'm not tipping for that.
I'm going to hit no tip every time. If I'm at Starbucks, Buffalo Wild Wings, or a place that you really not serving me, and you turn that little iPad around and says, gonna ask you a little question, I'm gonna look you dead in your face, and I'm gonna click no tip.
Do you tip when you get takeout?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
I do.
Okay, what do you usually tip percentage-wise?
15.
Okay, that's a good amount.
Yeah.
Why do you tip for takeout? I know a lot of people that don't.
I've kind of since moving from the UK, I've kind of just been ingrained to tip everything here. It was annoying at first, but having been a server myself, I fully understand it.
I mean, she said it herself. We are ingraining people to tip. Can you believe that kiosk had the audacity to ask for a tip for a bag of chips? It's not even human. And I'll admit, I've tipped before when you're at Chipotle and they flip the screen towards you, do you want to leave a tip? And now you're pressured. The person's looking at you well, yeah, I guess they did roll my burrito. Okay, yeah. Oh, dang, 10%'s the least? All right. It's getting out of control. It really is. People are pissed off about this. I mean, pretty soon we're going to be being asked to tip at the doctor. Just bend over, cough. Thanks, Doc. I mean, it's really getting crazy. Let me know down below if you guys are experiencing this. What places are really pissing you off that are asking for tips? Share it down below. And real quick, before we get back to these videos, hit that little like button for me.
Tipping culture in America is something I can't quite get my head around as a Brit that's just gone and paid for some food. Why am I paying somebody extra for the basic service that they do on a day-to-day basis? It's their job. I'm not giving you anything extra for doing the bare minimum. This black coffee and bagel just cost me $10, which is relatively steep.
I just asked a nice waitress here at the Hard Rock. I said, there's a 10% service charge. What is that? She says, well, that goes to the waitresses. I said, oh, okay. So I said, so what is the tip? She goes, that also goes to the waitresses. I said, so what's the difference? She said to me, quote, the service charge gets split among all the people working. I said, oh, so the tip goes directly to you? She said, No, that also gets split. So basically, the tip is if you feel you should pay more than that service charge, you can. So they're forcing a 10% on you or 15% on you, whatever they feel is the right amount for their hotel or for their area. And then you want to add additional tip. Should say additional, but there you go.
Here's your bill. Thank you so much. What's this extra service charge? Was this gratuity or did I order the Screw Me special? Oh no, that's our service charge. It's 20% and it's added automatically. Ah, so that's not the tip? No, not exactly. Okay, so does it go to the staff or does it go to you? Partially. It gets shared and it covers some of the operational costs, whatever that means. So if I want to tip you, do I have to tip you on top of this? Yep, that is correct. Let me get this straight. I'm basically leaving an extra 30, 40%. For what exactly? Duh, for the privilege of eating out in Miami. Welcome to paradise, baby.
My wife and I took our 4 kids out for breakfast yesterday morning, and the waitress automatically added a 20% tip to the bill because we had 6 people in our group. Now on the menu, it does say that for groups 6 or larger, a 20% automatic gratuity will be added to your bill. But here's the thing, we only ordered 3 meals because my children are 7, 5, 3, and 11 months. So we do go out to eat a lot, and I have often seen this where a restaurant will add that 20% to the bill because of the extra hassle that goes along with having 6 people. But what I don't understand is how you can go about automatically charging that 20% when number 1, the service was not very good, nor was it worth that 20% tip, and then number 2, because I have a baby with me. Now for me, my general rule of thumb is if it is great service, I'll tip 20 or even 25%. If it's average service, I'll give about 15%, and if it's just mediocre, getting by, I'll give 10%. So I'm just curious, if you work as a server or in the restaurant industry, would you charge 2 parents and their 4 little kids, including a baby, that extra 20% gratuity because of the 6 people rule?
I'm gonna ask you if you want to tip first. Okay. Are you gonna watch me do this? I got nothing else to do. Hey, excuse me. Give me a minute. I think he needs help. I'll help him as soon as we're finished with this transaction. Thanks. Have a nice day.
I got a simple rule as far as tipping at restaurants. If I don't sit, I don't tip. I think that's fair. Do I tip at the car wash? Yes. Do I tip my delivery drivers? Yes. And I hate when you go up there to pay and the girl's like, oh, it's gonna ask you right there. No, like we're literally being asked to tip everywhere. It's like they think we just walk out of the house like. But with the way this economy is, man, we need to do our best to prepare our food at home, our coffee at home. It's just not realistic going out every single morning, spending $5 on a coffee. That's $150 a month alone, just for your morning coffee. If you're still watching, like and subscribe. That way I'm not talking to myself. If you want to see some outrageous food prices and why people are deciding just to not go to restaurants at all anymore, check out this video.